I'm going to give you a step-by-step, super easy, 100% guaranteed method to get your PPP money absolutely forgiven by the SBA. Also, I'm announcing right now that I'm going to give one lucky viewer a 100% free consultation with me to go over your PPP application and to make sure that you're doing it properly. At the end of the video, I'll tell you how you can enter and how this contest works. So I'm going to teach you step by step how to organize your PPP financial information in a way that's super easy for you to do and for you to present to the SBA to get your PPP loan 100% forgiven. Now, I'm not going to get into very specific information on the application. That is something that you really, I don't know if you're going to be able to do that on a YouTube video, but what I am going to show you is how to organize the information so when it's time to fill out the information, you're going to be able to, with 100% accuracy, get your PPP loan 100% forgiven. What you're going to need to do is print out a calendar. I'm going to show you how to create this calendar in a second, and you need to have your note, which is right here. So we'll talk about that in 1 second. So I'm going to teach you exactly step by step how to get your forgiveness. It's pretty simple if you do exactly how I show you so that you do not drive yourself crazy with this process. Number one, you're going to need to print out a copy of your note. The note has a lot of information, but the only information we care about right now is the date of disbursement, which is right here. In this particular situation, it's 4/16/2020. 4/16/2020 is the date that this individual got his PPP money. I know a lot of you say, well, I don't need to print it. I remember the date. Don't go by the date it hit your account. Don't go by anything other than the date it's written on here. Take this out, look at it, and have that date in front of you. Don't think about any other dates but that for right now. The next thing you're going to need is a calendar. I got this calendar online. I printed it out. You can use any calendar you want. I don't recommend the digital calendar because of what we're about to do, but if you can spend the time doing it with that, that's fine. But I prefer using a paper calendar that has all the information that we need. So the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to figure out when the payroll period after the date of disbursement starts. This sounds super difficult. It sounds really hard, but really the hack and the really easy way to do this is just pick either the Sunday or the Monday after the date of disbursement. Now, I'm going to explain to you why that will always work pretty much 100% of the time. I promise that it will work out in the end, even though it's a little counterintuitive and it doesn't seem like it'll work out, it will work out. So we're going to pick the first Monday after the date of disbursement of April 16th, 2020, which is actually 4/20, which I didn't pick that day, but that's what we're dealing with. And remember, at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how you can win a free consultation from yours truly to review your PPP application, make sure that when it's time to fill it in and submit it to the SBA, it's done properly. Okay, so now that we figured out that the Monday after the date of disbursement is the correct time period to start the magic PPP forgiveness period, I'm going to use blue just so that we have a different color. Now, the Monday after the 16th is the 20th. So I'm going to put here 4/20. Don't laugh. It's 4/20, April 20th. That is the date of the magic PPP forgiveness. I'm going to put a number 1 here. That's how you do this. The first day of the PPP forgiveness is the day that your payroll started, as I explained before. So that's day number 1, not the next day, not the day before. That's day number 1. At this point, I highly recommend you do exactly what I'm about to do, even though it's going to take you maybe 35 seconds to do it. But trust me, if you do this exactly how I'm about to show you, this will save you tons and tons and tons of time and heartache and confusion later on. So just do what I show you. It'll take you 45 seconds and then you're done. So you've marked up all your 56 days on your calendar. Now comes the fun part. Now we get to fill in what you spent, where you spent it, and how at that point we're going to be able to know what you can get forgiven. This is the easiest money you've ever made. So let's figure out how to do it. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is figure out the disbursement dates of your payroll. We figured out that the first Monday after disbursement was the 20th of April, and they extended out 56 days to June 14th, 2020. Now, remember, most of the time you're paying your employees 1 week behind what they're actually working, or 1 week ahead in essence. So basically you're paying, in this situation, they're working all this time, but the first paycheck that you're going to give them in this situation, specifically from the client that we're dealing with here, he paid on the 8th of May. So we're going to put a little $sign. I know you're going to say, oh, I pay my people different, it doesn't count. No, trust me. This is the proper way, and I'm going to show it to you, and it's going to work for you 100%. I promise this will work for you. So just give me a chance and let me finish. So yes, there is a 3-week period, and then the payment's here. The next payment was here, and then 2 weeks after that was here. Now, the rules say that this last week here, you can still forgive it. So what you do is you put a little $sign here. So what that means is the rules allow you to count all of this period here, these 2 weeks, because you're paying them, even though you're paying them late after the 56th day, this week and this week, you can still use that for your forgiveness. Now that we know that these are the dates that are covered, now I'm going to go back here and I'm going to add the week numbers just because it helps us with our processing and will be a little bit easier to handle the situations. So a lot of you again are freaking out. How can it be? Yes, week 7 and 8, even though you pay it here, are covered in the PPP forgiveness. Trust me. Now, if you're paying your employees weekly, this thing works exactly the same. You go to the Monday after the disbursement date, and you just start numbering the days, numbering the weeks, and the same exact principle applies. Basically, you would still get this extra pay period, because if they work here and you're paying on the week after, you get them here. If they work here and you're paying them on the same week, then they get paid up here on the 12th, and it's the same exact thing. This works. I 100% guarantee this will work. Follow the system, and I promise you're going to get your forgiveness. Okay, so it doesn't matter that you paid money after the 56 days as long as your employees earned their pay during the 56 days. That's why there's that extra last payment after the 56 days. Remember, most people pay 1 week behind. If you use this system, you're not gonna fail, okay? It doesn't matter that you pay your employee after the 56 days because the employee earned their check during the 56 days of the magic PPP forgiveness period. So that's super important. Don't worry about it, it's gonna work out. And remember, at the end of the video, I'm gonna show you how you or somebody you know who watches my video can get a free consultation from me. I'm gonna give you a little hint. Subscribe, comment, and like my video. The last thing that we need to figure out is the rent and utility payment. So what I'm gonna do for ease is I'm gonna go to the first of the month. April, you already paid it, so you're not gonna be able to use it in April. However, it seems like you might be able to, if you paid late and there's, if the date of that the utilities are due in a week 1 or 2 of your disbursement, you might be able to use it, but we're not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into specific exceptions. I'm just going to show you the general rules, and then you can see if it applies, and you can figure out if your situation fits this particular situation. So we're going to go to the first of the month, and I'm going to put an R and a U. So assuming that you pay your rent and utilities on the first of the month, you get all that money forgiven. That's May, and then June. June 1st is over here. So on June 1st, he paid his rent and utilities. So therefore, he also gets that amount forgiven. Now we have everything that we need. Now I'm not gonna go and put exact numbers in because everybody's different. But now that you've seen how you can organize it, you can take your calendar and you can go back and you can look at your records and you can say, okay, on the first of the month I paid, or whenever in this month, I paid my rent utilities. I'm gonna write them in here, $1,000 for rent and $500 for utilities. Remember, utilities are telephone, internet, and electricity if you own your building, any utilities, but it also includes telephone and internet, which is really important. And the rent obviously is your rent. Now, the next thing you would do is fill out the total amount that you paid in your payroll on these green days here, okay? On all 4 of the green days. And then you obviously have your rent and utilities in the third month. Now, once you have all that information, you're gonna be able to go back into the form and figure out exactly how much you're gonna be able to forgive. So there you have it. You now have a very simple step-by-step method on how to organize all the information that you need to at least fill in the PPP application in a way that gives you that pretty much the highest chance of getting all the PPP disbursement forgiven. Rule of thumb, if the amounts of money that you paid out during the 56 days and the week after, which I showed you how that worked, equals the amount of money that was given to you during the PPP disbursement, then you should be okay. Now, there's a caveat to that. The amounts of money that were given to each employee, including yourself, have to be the same or close to the same that you use to calculate the PPP money when you ask for the loan. If all those things are true, then you should be okay. The loan application itself is super complicated. It's very complex, at least it looks complex, but it really isn't if you use my system and you prepare yourself in a way that you're gonna be able to organize it. If you don't do it like this, I don't know how you're gonna be able to do it on your own. You're gonna have to pay people a lot of money and you're gonna get ripped off. This is not about paying people money to review these things. This is something you can do on your own, but you have to organize yourself. So that's it. Remember, I've been talking about this whole video. If you want me to review your application, I will give one lucky viewer a opportunity for me to go over the application with them. We can do it over Zoom or Skype or over telephone. And if you're in the South Florida area, you can come see me in my office. I will look over your documents. I will see what it is that you're doing and give you my opinion and try to help you fill out the form in a way that will get you your forgiveness. One lucky viewer. You gotta subscribe, you gotta comment, and you have to like. That's how I know who to pick. That's it for now. Make sure that you subscribe, you like, and you comment on my video. Ask me any question that you want. I'll try to answer it. I might not be able to answer your very specific question, but I'll try and give you at least an idea. I'm here to help. My name is Diego Mendez. I'm a debt and bankruptcy lawyer here in Miami, Florida, and I'm here to help you with debt law. Thank you very much.